the how, the when, the what to communicate about estate planning. Let's talk about parents talking with adult children. So I think the appropriate person to talk about this subject is Michael Gilfix.
I'll just say we have three kids. We try to be very open with them, not about everything. Hey, not about everything, but we certainly want them to know what the concept is. So, how do you initiate that? The dream is you sit down and you have a very simple, very direct talk. You basically say, look, we've done our planning. It affects you guys. It's your future as well as ours. Let's just talk about it so you know what we envision and the roles that you may be playing as things move along. So it can be very comfortable and very casual. Now, for many people, that's not the case. You don't feel comfortable doing that. Another tool that I think works very well is rather than say, I want to talk about this because I'm worried about it, you say, we have a trust, or we got this letter from the lawyer and it talks about all of these issues. And I thought it would be good to really look at this with you. So you're deflecting it. You're not making it, I'm worried about this. I'm concerned about this. But, here's what the lawyer says. And these are the documents that we have in place.
Using us as the excuse. We have many clients, I think, who use meetings with us as their excuse for talking about it. I think that's a great point.
Yeah, we've recommended that forever, that, blame the lawyer. Maybe you don't really want to talk about this. You want to blame the lawyer. And by the same token, on many occasions, we facilitate that parent-child discussion. Parents come in with their kid or kids, and we set the agenda, we facilitate, but it's really to facilitate, again, discussion between parent and child. So, we know that there are hesitations that you have. Many of us feel very private about these issues. You may be concerned that your kids are going to have to confront the fact that they're going to lose their parents, that they're going to inherit a lot of money. You may be worried that they're going to lose their motivation to work, that they're going to be trust babies. Now, these things come up, but putting your head in the sand is just not a solution. This doesn't work for everybody. We know that. We're not idealizing or closing our eyes to reality. There may be issues in the family. Some of the kids don't get along. There's a concern about a son-in-law, a daughter-in-law, whatever. It isn't always easy. We acknowledge that. But I strongly recommend that these barriers, these issues should not stop you from taking these steps. You need to involve the next generation. So we recommend that you share your documents. By the way, if you share your basic plan, you have a trust, whatever you've done, that does not always mean that they know how much you have. Many say, I don't mind letting them know what the basic plan is. I really don't want to let them know how much I have or where it is. That's up to you. That's very individual. We really get that. It doesn't always work. You have to be careful. We have to be sensitive to the realities in the family, but being as direct as you can be is probably the key in making it comfortable and casual. Finding tools that'll make it easier for you to raise these topics. So that's the how.
Well, I think we live in a day and age where there's more visibility about that. I mean, adult kids are not dumb, right? Like, we get an idea of this. Now, we have some clients who are very secretive and they probably have done a very good job of kind of guarding it over time. We have some clients who live in very, very average looking homes who happen to have tens of millions of dollars in the bank. But adult children these days, or even younger children, they know how to Google the Zillow value for your home. And if you have other properties, they're not blind to this. And they can we see financial statements and things like that, where if you're not very careful. So generally speaking, I do think a little more visibility is better. Not financial statements maybe, but you get an idea just from conversations and things like that. It's very case by case specific, but I think we live in a day and age where there's more visibility than ever.
Absolutely. And in a moment, I'm going to talk about the topics, what to discuss. But, what marks it is really important that the kids know a lot. You may think they don't have a sense of what you have, but of course they have some sense. And particularly if one or more of them are going to play some role in managing things for you, if you're ill, all of these things have to come together. So when should you have this discussion? Well, as soon as possible. That's for sure. You may be waiting for a kid to mature a little bit more if you're a younger parent. Of course, again, no, it's not a one size fits all. Now, if significant steps are going to be taken in your planning, perhaps you're creating an entity like a limited liability company, and you're going to involve the kids as members. Well, they have to become a part of that, of course. If there are health issues that come up, that's when you absolutely have to have that discussion. Who's named in the advance directive to be your healthcare decision-making agent? How does it impact your other planning? The kids are going to feel this development, and they should know how the planning fits together. It's going to give your kids a lot of comfort, and I think strengthen them and strengthen the relationship. So as to when, the sooner the better.
And if you want to meet with us, very easy to do it. Gilfix.com, 650-493-8070. Please spread the word, subscribe to our channel, comment. If you're watching this on YouTube, comment. Give us a question there as well. As my mom likes to say, hope everybody stays safe, sane, and healthy.